Hey there YouTube, this is Parker Team Shockwave, and today I'll be doing the deck profile of the Hero deck. This is something of a build that I recently went against with Shaddolls with my good friend Rob. If you have not seen the matchup yet, the annotation of the match will be right here or down in the description below. A little about this deck is that this deck is actually based off the World Qualifier that happened over in Japan. I believe this is the guy that made it to second place. And when I saw his build, I said, this is a very interesting build because it's mostly revolved around the dark monsters. And so I say, why not I make this into a TCG formatted deck? I know, yes, I'm using OGG cards, but I'm still applying the rules that's affecting here in TCG. Other than that, let's get started with the deck profile. Like I mentioned before, this deck list is actually based off the World Qualifier second place winner over in Japan. So there's obviously going to be some modification between his deck list and my deck list. And when we come to that change, I'll point it out throughout the video. So let's start with the monster lineup. I played 3 Shadow Mist, 3 Bobaman, 1 Alias, 3 Diamond 1 Armageddon Knight, 1 Shaddoll Dragon, and 1 Dark Arm Dragon. The changes between the monster lineup is that the original deck list has Stratos and 2 Dark Arm Dragon, but since we're only allowed to play 1 Dark Arm Dragon and Stratos is banned, unfortunately, here in TCG, I kind of gave the spot of Stratos to Alias just so I had more option to search out for different elements of hero with Shadow Mist effect. Dark Arm Dragon, the second copy of Dark Arm Dragon was given to the another put of Bubbleman. Bubbleman is actually restricted over in OGG, so I wanted to make it 3. I believe I just add another slot into adding Bubbleman in because I see that how heavy this deck was when it comes to sinking to rank 4 monsters. With the spell lineup, we play 2 Hero Lives, 3 Mash Chains, 3 D-Draws, 2 Rotas, 2 Night Beams, 2 Soul Jars, and Allure of Darkness, and Foolish Burial. Not really much of a change in the spell lineup except for Rota. Rota is actually still 1 over in Japan. For the trap lineups, 3 Calls, 2 Deep Prison, 1 Treasure Tribute, 1 Boundless, 1 Compulsory, and you have 1 of each of Fiendish, Blackthorn of Heaven, and Solemn Warning. The trap card lineup is very different between the mine build and the original build. OGG are still allowed to play 3 Treasure Tribute, 3 Compulsory, things like that. So with me, I actually had to improvise with some of the cards. So I gave myself 1 of each of the stable cards, you know, Treasure Tribute, Boundless, Compulsory. I put 2 Deep Prisons just so I can go against cards like the Hands, which are very annoying as of now. But the interesting thing that you see from my list and the original list is that these 3, Fiendish Chain, Blackthorn of Heaven, and Solemn Warning, Dude was not part of the original list. I can see why the duelists didn't put in Solemn Warning because, again, you're paying too much already with Soul Charge and Hero Lives. But these 3 were supposed to be Vanity Emptiness. I'm pretty sure you guys must have seen some Vanity Emptiness was being played or just sent to the graveyard in general during my game against Shaddolls. Those 3 cards was lent to me, so I had to give them back right after the video. But I see that these 3 could be a very nice substitute. With Solemn Warning, I would change it to something else. Alright, for the extra deck, I played 3 Dark Law. Dark Law is the must-have for this deck. It's an anti-meta card for almost every deck out there. You know, you have your Shaddol, your Light Rules, Yang Zing, your Mermails, Dark World, you name it. You name any deck that relies on Graveyard Effect, this card to stop it. Since I have no Wind Monsters deck because of Stratos ban, I switched the Mask Hero Kamikaze to Mask Hero Koga to go well with the Alias. 1 Acid is very crucial in this deck. Special Summon Bubbleman and then just end my turn, and hopefully there's cases that my opponents would just set down a bunch of back rows and then I'll just use Mass Change at the end phase and just blow up all his magic and traps so I can push for game for the next turn. For the Exceed now, we're going to Abyss Dweller. Very crucial in the deck. Again, This deck is very more anti-meta when it comes to monsters activating the graveyard. So it goes very well when you especially play 3 Bubble Man. Level Chain will get your plays running in the beginning of the game, sending your Shadow Mist to the grave. Exciton Knight is also another powerful rank 4 monster, but it's one of those cards that I hardly get to use just because I have all the other options that allow me to do other things besides just blowing out the field. One-on-one I see using more than often than any other card in this whole deck because it gets rid of your problem cards. Diamond Direwolf pops a card, no brainer. Excalibur help you out with your OTK. Black Ship helps you get rid of the now problematic hands. The Ivagishki also get rid of the hands as well, just because they don't activate effect because they're not sent to the graveyard. Blade Armor Ninja is a very also crucial way to go for that OTK, and then the new XC here. So that's pretty much the video. Thank you again guys for waiting patiently for this video. I know that you guys waited a little bit longer than expected. There's some situation at home that I need to take care of. That situation also delayed other videos such as my Horror Challenger deck profile. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. This is Parker from Team Shockwave, signing out.